much, President Macron. I just want to make two brief comments. Last year, we were here for another financing conference, and a critical decision that we took last year referred to the expansion of the SDR allocations. And the idea was that the countries of Africa would get a greater share, a greater part of that allocation. That didn't happen. The traditional formula was applied, and I think that what that tells us is that whatever it is that we want to propose here, we need also to dial into the details of those proposals so that we have a realistic chance of having the proposals implemented. The second, finance is a major challenge for the nations of Africa to initiate the adaptation and mitigation measures that are needed to confront the climate crisis. We have large sums of money that are readily available on the continent, which can be brought into play. And I refer to the huge sums of money that are taken out of the continent illicitly. We've been told, ever since Thabo Mbeki's committee, that we're dealing in the order of $100 billion a year annually of monies that are taken out of the continent illegally, illicitly. One can imagine the significance of bringing this money into play. Were we able to plug the loopholes that permit these outflows to take place? What I would suggest is that we recommend that the African Union and the G7 OECD countries establish a working committee to deliberate on this matter and make recommendations for action by the two groups. We can talk about a 3 to 6 months period. A lot of work has already been done in this area, but we need to have a dual approach to how these matters can be resolved. And I believe that if we're able to do that, we would make a tremendous impact on the financial problems that bedevil the African continent. So I would suggest that if there is agreement around this idea, that we find a place in the summit declaration for the idea of this joint working committee. I'd like to end by saying that, like all my colleagues, we want to thank you, President Macron, for bringing us together. We also thank our sister, Mia Motley, for the important part she played in preparing.